Hey guys, welcome to the Wild Side, and this week we're back at Once in a Wild here with Amanda, and this time, this is Samuel L., a Jackson's chameleon. Get it, what you did there? Let's see, this week on the Wild Side when we walk with chameleons. Welcome to the Wild Side. So this, like I said earlier, this is a Jackson's chameleon. Amanda is holding Samuel L. Jackson's chameleons can be found in Kenya and Tanzania, but this specific subspecies of Jackson's chameleon is what?
They are commonly known as the yellow-crested or xantholophus Jackson's chameleon.
And the xantholophus are well known for these three horns on top of the head. Let's take a closer look. Now these three horns help the animals to defend themselves against other males for territory. So, and it's not really violent defense. They're on these little thin branches and they're just kind of like, yeah, you move. No, you move. You move. It's like looking for a parking space at the grocery store.
Right.
Once they get the territory, though, they can also have the females. And of course, after they find a girlfriend, it's going to be some babies. There's going to be some babies. But Jackson's chameleons are really unique within the chameleon world. One of very few chameleons that are ovoviviparous. Now, we've never used this word on the show before. Some shark species are like this too, where they lay the eggs within themselves, and the babies hatch out inside of mom, develop, and then are born live. So when they're born, they're ready to go. No help from mom looking for food. They're using their senses, their eyesight, to find their own prey from day one. Now, speaking of eyesight, let's look at these really unique eyes. They move independently. They can move those eyes to locate prey. Now, what Amanda has set up for us is she set up a feed, right? We're gonna feed a Jackson's chameleon. Okay, so check this out. We're gonna go feed Samuel L.'s roommate. This is Janet, the Jackson's chameleon. Now notice how Janet's lining up the food. And now see, look at this, Amanda. So you're just holding the worm there, huh? Okay, here she comes. Look at that tongue. Look at the tongue. Wham! Oh my, do you see that? Holy guacamole, the speed. And now she's pulling that back into her mouth. Now, Amanda, their tongues are as long as their body, right? What's the length?
Correct. So per chameleon, of course, every chameleon has a different body size, and as they grow, their bodies grow. Well, their tongue actually grows too, as far as how long they can project their tongue. So that projection length can be as long as the tip of their nose to the tip of their tail.
Look at how beautifully wrapped this tail is right now. And that tongue is something that chameleons are so well known for. Mm-hmm. Something I wish they'd be more well known for is their feet. Tell me about their feet.
So he's showing you right now how he uses his toes to grip my fingers, but these guys are a very arboreal type of animal. In fact, they're strictly arboreal, living only in the trees, unless there's an emergency and they need to climb down to the ground for some other reason. They're gonna be climbing trees with ease with their fused toes. So they have 5 toes, just like any other lizard does on each of their feet, or hands in this case. But they do have fused toes, which act like little mitten hands to grip the branches very, very easily.
Look at this, guys. Look at this. Look how he uses those fused toes to inch onto my finger. Look at that. Look how he moves. Why do they jerk like that when they move, Amanda? Is this a defense mechanism?
Yes and no. They can use it for camouflage. It's actually a movement of camouflage because they're mimicking the movement of the trees and the leaves and the wind blowing and all of that. But they also use that type of movement to stalk their prey. So in this case, I think he's just being a little cautious. They are known for being a little bit of a shy lizard, but he's doing great with you. But they also use that movement to blend into the movement of the trees and everything like that to stalk their food, which are, of course, those bugs and worms in the case that we saw earlier.
Now, when we're talking about blending in, I'd like you to talk about their coloration, because even in this, as we've been speaking, Samuel L. has changed color. And how do they do that? And why do they do that?
That is a great question. So chameleons are really known for changing their color. Everybody thinks that chameleons blend into whatever their backdrop is, or let's say that most people think that chameleons change their color to blend into things, and that's just not true. Chameleons do blend into some things, like he would blend into the green backdrop of most trees. But chameleons mostly change color to indicate their mood, to regulate their body temperature, and to communicate with one another as well. well. But how they change colors is really fascinating. So as humans, we have pores all over our skin which sweat for us and regulate our body temperature. Chameleons don't sweat from their pores. They have special pore-like properties on their skin called chromatophores, and underneath the chromatophores are iridophores. We're getting really, really technical today. But what happens is with their chromatophores, they're kind of like pores, and instead of sweating, they actually expand and contract to give the illusion of color change.
That is fascinating. Jackson's chameleons are amazing animals, but they're very, very popular pets. But I have to kind of steer you away from them as a pet item. They are not easy to maintain. They're very, very sensitive to their surroundings that they're in. They need to be handled like this. If you want an animal to be like Samuel L. here, the Jackson's chameleon, that's because Amanda's a top-notch professional, folks. But these animals do require a lot of care, a lot of knowledge to take care of them. In fact, Once in a Wild is well known for the animal rescues that they do and bring in. And she would like to do less of those if we had a little more responsible pet owners out there. So please, before you adopt any animal, think about it. And if I can steer you away from adopting a Jackson's chameleon, I would love to. However, they are an awesome animal. Guys, that's it for this week on the Wild Side. Thanks for tuning in and learning all about chameleons. As always, subscribe to us right here on YouTube, and go over to Once in a Wild and subscribe to them on YouTube, on Facebook. They've got their Once in a Wild Wednesdays on their Facebook and their YouTube channel, which she talks about these amazing creatures. And Amanda, thank you again for yet another week of collaboration and another species that we bring these amazing people that watch our channel every week. Folks, until next time, stay wild, conservation rules, and we'll see you next week when we highlight yet another of your favorite species. Bye, everybody.